guys in the house. Good evening, everybody. So tonight we are live here with Yugana, Hash,
Kira Sensei,
and we have a special guest in the house.
Hi guys!
So there's Lychee. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Lychee. I'm Lyran Aquino from the Philippines. I'm a freelance, full-time crafter and cosplayer.
Okay, so all of us had a really heavy weekend, hectic, but it was really fun. We were at Comic Fiesta, all of us. So
Yeah.
how was Comic Fiesta for you?
Oh, it's actually my first time serving as a butler.
Wow.
in
Wow,
Comic Fiesta,
they have a cafe there?
Yeah, they have a cafe there.
Ah.
It's called a La Petite Fox
Can you
Cafe.
call him master?
Oh, you call them master?
Yeah, actually we are calling
Yeah.
them as Goshujin-sama and
Oh.
Ojo-sama.
Also, how do you
Yeah.
greet them when they
Oh,
come?
it'll be like Okaeri nasaimasen, Goshujin-sama, Ojo-sama.
Oh.
It's actually a very nice experience. Yeah, and both days were like busy serving, and it was a very hectic weekend for
It
me.
was.
Pretty busy, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty busy. How about you, Kira Sensei?
My day one was a bit restricted because of my prop, the wings and etc. So I was actually stuck in some halls. But it was the response was really good. Day two I'm much more
Relaxed.
much more relaxed. So I'm able to like visit all my friends and etc.
And you visited me and
Yes.
Lychee
Yeah.
and Abu.
Yeah, we visited in the maid and butler cafe as well.
Yeah.
So he made his rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
that's right.
we were in a group. Lychee and I were in a group. I was a Widowmaker. And
I was Tracer.
Yeah, cheers. So you heard it
Cheers,
right.
Tracer?
And a
Oh.
hot one too. Okay, so how was it for you, Comic Fiesta? Is this your first time?
Yes, it's my first time to attend Comic Fiesta.
Oh.
And yeah.
So how was it? Like, how's it like to other events?
In
etc.?
Philippines, what's the difference?
Well, I can't really tell much of the difference, but I'd say I'm surprised with the volume of the crowd.
Ah,
But really a
Yeah,
lot.
it's like sardine can.
Yes, I mean I've been to other events here in Malaysia, but so far it's the biggest
Yes.
one that I attended. So I was really
Shocked.
surprised. Yeah,
Culture
shocked.
shock.
Like, whoa, suddenly so many people.
And you can't even walk.
Yes.
Yes, and the
Remember-
crowd was crazy. The photographers was insane.
Yeah, remember when we went in?
Yeah.
We were like passing through. They were like, excuse us. We were like having trouble going
Just
with the
going
crowd.
to a booth.
But there are a lot of
Yes.
people like trying to
Crowd.
see your photos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when we gather in a group, the Overwatch group, and that's it. We couldn't move anymore.
Yeah.
For half an hour? 1
No,
hour?
people came and saved us.
Ah,
Yes.
alright.
So, okay, since you've already introduced yourself, so let us get to know you a little bit more. Hi, Josh. Hi, Max. Okay, Harry, yes. Okay, so how long have you been in cosplay, and what inspired you to cosplay?
Okay, I started cosplaying in 2005, late 2005, during the Hero convention. It was a launch of an anime channel in the Philippines. So back then, I had no idea about cosplay. I mean, I have no experience at all. So it was my first con. It was my first time to attend. And during that time, One Piece was a mainstream show, one of the mainstream animes. So I decided to go as Monkey D. Luffy.
Oh!
Yeah, the costume was easy. I just got myself a red,
And then the straw hat,
and the
yeah.
straw hat, and then the pants. It was easy. So I came there, and then the marshal approached me and asked me, "Are you cosplayer? Are you joining cosplay?" And then we got access to the backstage. So we skipped the line on the crowd.
Yeah.
It was so fun. And that was also the first time I met Aloja.
Oh!
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny and awkward, but
Yeah.
I didn't know her back then. But I was kind of familiar because she's already
In the career.
featured, in magazines, in cosplay.
She's already there.
Yeah,
Back then. Alright.
Alright, alright.
but it was fun. And ever since then, I've been to the next conventions, and then I started crafting and stuff.
Oh, so actually, when did you started crafting? Your first cut in the foam.
Yeah.
Actually, it was not foam. The first thing I crafted was a sword prop
Using?
Melting pot.
using illustration boards and PVC pipes.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
So
It was a
wasn't
year.
foam.
It was the following year. I made a sword prop for my Luffy cosplay. Funny that Luffy was using a sword.
Alright.
But there was a movie on One Piece that they all had a sword. Yeah, so I had to make one. So it's a big one, but it's made of illustration board, and I used hot glue for sticking on the side,
Yeah.
and it was kind of messy, but
But it was your first pro.
yeah, it was my
Yeah.
first.
We gotta dig that picture out
Yeah.
somewhere.
You must.
I said it.
Okay.
Oh, you said a bit? Alright, right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in my page.
Somewhere.
Yeah, like-
We'll search that out. We'll dig that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or probably just ask some hardcore fangirls or something.
Like, yeah, we
That
just
was
ask
two-
one of the
that was
fan girl to go and search it out.
That was
Yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
So good luck.
I mean,
time
there
of
was a
friends-
time where it's the digital camera,
Oh,
and
yes.
there's no such
There's
thing
no
as Facebook
smartphone.
or.
It's only Friendster and Multiply.
Oh,
And
right?
then
yeah.
Friendster was
And
also
forums.
quite. Yes, yeah.
I think there's one fan girl who's hardcore enough to go and search it out. Just saying, you know.
Archives.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
The Vid Art was
I wonder
active.
who that is.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Alright. So next question.
Oh, hi Misaki. Hi.
Oh.
Oh, next question. I guess. What inspired you to cosplay? Like maybe your
What
favorite.
gets you started?
Yeah. What gets you started?
I mean, we all wanted to be a hero someday, or for sure some of us can relate to the feeling of admiring those characters that we watch on TVs, movies.
Yes.
I'm also a part of that. I mean, I was also a fan. So being a fan makes you feel like relating yourself to the character. What makes you at some point becoming or wanting to become that character. And that's what inspired me. I mean, since childhood, I've been playing with my cousins, this and that. I've been playing with my brothers, my siblings, and we were like choosing a character from the series. For example, in Sentai, there's a group of them. So I'm like, this guy, I'm the blue guy. I'm always the blue guy.
Oh.
The oldest one of us is always the
The
red
red
guy.
guy,
And the
yeah.
second one is the black guy.
Right.
Then our cousin is the sixth ranger or what?
Alright.
The green guys,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like that. So then when we play around,
True.
it started from that, and then yeah.
So now we know.
I'm always the pink girl.
Oh, Pink Ranger?
You.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got it started. Pink
We
Ranger?
actually have more of the yellow.
Yeah. You should have gone because of the ring.
Apparently, yeah, they always like, oh, you go for the pink ranger. I was like, oh,
Oh, that's
okay.
shocking.
That's so cute.
The pink is always the charming one, the
Why
sweet
am I always
one.
the evil? I'm like always the Rita and all.
Actually, I'm like him. I'm always blue. I don't know.
The nerdy guy.
Yeah, the nerdy guy, the blue
Very
guy.
blue and easy blue there.
Yeah. So the next question. So throughout your years of cosplaying, so what do you really enjoy every time you come on and cosplay?
He wants the
Bad Akil. Bad Akil. I want the Uganda pass. He's been doing it the whole day.
Hi Fuji.
Yeah.
Hi
No,
everyone.
No,
Hi,
you're gonna take those words back.
Oh, there you go. Why do you have to mention it, Akil? Okay, let's continue.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Oh, yeah. So what do you really enjoy the most when you cosplay? Every time you cosplay, yes.
Besides the painstaking job of crafting,
Yeah.
Cospain.
Cosplay.
I like-
the films.
I like the part where you can become or you can express the character, and then the audience will really see you as the character.
And when they recognize
when
you.
the first thing they saw you, and then they immediately know that it's the character.
Like, you're Groot.
Yes.
And all these.
Yes, because
You
when
have that
that
sense
happened
of-
to me, that
satisfaction.
happened to me on my first cosplay on Luffy, because that time there was 3 of us who cosplayed Luffy.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm the skinniest one.
Okay, serious now.
Still skinny now.
Okay.
Nothing changed. But yeah, when they saw me, like, oh, it's Luffy, and I was young then. I was really playful and jolly and stuff.
Very Luffy.
Yeah, very Luffy. So yeah, he became like my character, like cosplay character for a
Favorite to
year.
go
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Whenever I attend a con, people will see me. Oh, look, it's Luffy. Even if I'm cosplaying another
Something else
character.
to say, it's the Luffy!
It's the Luffy guy.
Ah.
So it stuck. That name
Yeah,
stuck.
yeah, it got stuck with me for a while, and then one more thing is when you see the reaction when the moment you step out of the restroom after dressing up, or the moment you step in on the hall, and people will just all look at you at the same time, like they were all like, whoa. It's like your background is zooming in, and you're like, oh yeah, like, let's do this.
You're
It's that
right.
moment.
That's
It's
it.
just
It's
what makes
on.
Yes.
Okay.
it's what makes this hobby really
Interesting,
It
right?
is like, it's like when you wear the power belt on
Yeah, it
and you
drives
transform.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're ready for the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then people will start approaching you, asking you for pictures.
Yes. I understand
Yeah,
that.
and then like, I don't know, maybe like you were saying about getting recognized
Yes.
as the character that you
Yes.
cosplay. But I did also experience something like when you're wearing a wig, yellow wig, right? And you cosplaying. For example, I was cosplaying as Yurio from Yuri on Ice. You were like, oh, Naruto. When I was cosplaying as Kaito, they were like, Sasuke.
It's also yesterday I was from
Okay.
Alice Madness Returns, and somebody went behind me and said, Annabelle! I was like, what do you mean by Annabelle? I got the Lady Gaga before.
Oh.
Mad Hatter. I was called Lady Gaga. I was like,
And then you face palm. Oh.
I was like, okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
that happened when I cosplayed my Barnaby. They're
Oh.
calling me Iron Man.
Oh.
I mean, you can't blame these people because they're not familiar with,
Yeah,
with
the
all of the
series,
series. They
yeah.
just base it on what they know.
But yes,
And the
yes,
usual
right.
one is Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Any color is Sailor Moon. Okay, so what is your most memorable cosplay experience? Whether it's bad or good, or how about you give us one good and one bad? Most memorable.
Well, memorable cosplays, the ones when, the first time I cosplayed outside of my country,
Which is?
which is in Singapore,
Wow.
for Asia Cosplay Meet. That was 2010.
With friends or
With friends.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, there were 3 of us who were sent to Singapore to represent the Philippines. That was my first time.
yeah.
So,
Why? Scary.
yeah, it's
First time out of the
Yeah,
country
like-
and representing your country.
Like international.
Are you sure it wasn't a coffee that was causing it?
no.
Okay.
And it was more nerve-wracking because it's not a group cosplay. It's a solo competition. There
Oh,
3 of
you
us,
went
but
for
we
a competition.
Yeah, but we have to perform in solo. So all of our skits were performed individually.
Is it
And
Cosfest or
EOI.
EOI?
Yeah, Cosfest.
Oh, Cosfest, alright.
Oh, Cosfest.
ACM, Asia Cosplay Meet,
Oh, what year was it?
2010.
2010.
Alright.
Oh, that was way
Way back, way
Downtown.
back.
Yeah,
It was in
before I got
downtown.
dragged into cosplay by this handsome over here. Yeah.
Before you poisoned her.
Yeah.
Before I was going to
Senpai.
Hi Esther.
Hi, Aki.
Hi Shalinda. Hi Akil.
Hi, Esther.
You're gonna destroy how?
Hi, Kero.
Oh God. Akil did it again.
With the Hulkbuster.
Give me the puns or you're gonna regret it.
We're gonna destroy Hulk with that Hulkbuster. We're gonna destroy Hulk with that Hulkbuster, you mean? Yeah. Okay, now next question.
Okay. So I think this is like kind of a questions that people wonders a lot.
More
like,
technical.
yeah, more technical. How do we start making an arm armored costume from scratch? Like how do you do it? And I'm pretty sure you did it pretty differently.
It's a frequent
He can finish everything in one hour.
So-
freehand.
So you grab a chalk, you put a circle in the ground,
Oh, okay.
all these signs,
Okay.
Yeah.
sigils, insignias,
Yeah.
and then
There
you
you go.
lay down your rubber, you lay down the adhesive, and then you
And then next thing you know, you get your
boom.
yeah.
Alchemy, rubber alchemy.
No, Jisoo.
No. That was an inside joke actually with my group. We had this group of crafters, and whenever we worked together, I was working in one corner. They will leave me, and then after a while, they will see me finish with something like. "Dude,
How?
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 We were like working here for a while.
I can confirm that. I was just cutting my foam, and the next thing I know, he finished a whole arm guard, and I was still
No.
cutting
The
foam.
thing with rubber is it's very flexible. It's very easy to craft. It's very easy to cut and stick together. You just have to practice proper cutting and make sure that all your tools are well maintained.
Trial and error.
So the first thing first is you're gonna see the character that you like.
Yes, you're gonna see them.
They are going on
Yes,
with this for a long
gather.
time.
Yeah, gather as much references as you need. Like pictures on all sides, all views. Especially if you're doing an armored or full armored character, like example Iron Man. If you can get as much detail as possible, then that will be great. That will help you a lot. Getting down, especially if you have an OCD.
Oh, he has OCD, alright.
so yeah, if you can get a toy, then yeah, that's better. You can see it on 3D. And yeah.
Right?
So the thing is get proper reference first
Yeah.
and break it down
The
in
foundation
parts.
must always
Yeah,
be
nowadays actually it's easier because you can get Pepakura files for armored costumes. Although I don't know
How to spell Pepakura?
P-E-P-A.
Pepakura.
Yeah. Actually, every time I post a craft or an armor that I made, people are asking, "Where did you get the file?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Eventually, I found out that they're talking about Pepakura. I'm like, oh.
Because this guy actually freehand everything on a manila card and he cuts them out and he calls that pattern. So he makes his own pattern most of the time.
Yes, you call it stencil. I call it pattern.
I can't pattern.
I call it senpai work.
I got the idea from my mom actually.
Oh, because your mom's a seamstress.
Yeah, my mom is a seamstress.
Oh,
She's a
okay.
master seamstress.
So when
So-
you cut out the cloth
Yeah,
off,
whenever she makes a clothes or something, I watch her and then I watch how she build it up. Like, oh, okay, so that goes there and then that part goes there. Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Then he translate
Yeah.
everything into like a more rigid
Yeah.
material like foam,
Yeah.
Sintra board.
Yes.
What else do you recommend like for all these armored, for people who do not like to use fabric? Like a more rigid foam, what are the materials that you recommend?
Well, besides foam
Mhm.
and rubber, basically you can do it with paper mache if you're good enough.
Oh.
I think we have a question out there that's quite legit. So how do you overcome a situation where you do not have a reference view
of
of
all the
sides?
sides.
Maybe it's just one art.
Oh, just for example, a fan art.
Yeah, fan art. Just
Then
one
you
fine art or
improvise.
maybe just
Yes.
official,
Or-
but it's just one side. And that's it.
front view like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
you just
side.
have to improvise on the other parts. Then, like, how do you think this would look like on the back? For example, we have the struggle with Iron Man because every movie he has different design.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so there are slight changes, but how would his back look like? So we just come up with something like, probably it would look like this, and then later on, once they release the actual design, then we can change it.
Ah,
I can just trim up that part, like chop it off.
they can do it. Yeah, they can
You
do
can
it.
do it.
Yes.
My mom is a seamstress too, but I.
You need to watch your mom. You need to command your mom
Understand
more.
how it works.
Yeah, you just stare at your mom. Okay, start from scratch now. I'm gonna watch.
She will be like, "What are you doing here? Go study." Okay, mom.
Oh, okay.
You're not really just watching. You're watching because you are understanding how it is working.
The
how it's-
layer,
yes,
the
everything.
the workflow, everything. You know, go and stalk your mom. Stalk your mom. Yes, understand that.
Alright, we move on to the next question. So, we take example of Iron Man. So once you do all the parts, you cut off everything, you prime. So how do you put them together? Do you use Velcro or is there straps? or-
That depends on the part.
Or
For
is it like
example,
Sailor Moon? You turn, magic, everything comes on.
but Sailor Moon is cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Oh.
You're gonna hurt yourself if you
Yeah.
take it into rubber.
That's right.
Yes, got it. Yeah.
Or you gonna pants.
You wait. I'm gonna get back
Hashtag
you.
you gonna pants.
Hashtag you gonna pants.
No.
I should share back.
So yeah, back to the question.
What was it?
Okay, so
Memory, sorry guys.
okay, I'll give a more detailed part. Like when I have problems doing my armor on putting
Oh
on.
yeah, the construction.
Yeah, like you see when we have joints.
Yeah.
So is there a different kinds of put together?
Yes, there are different ways. You can use Velcro, you can use zipper, you can use belt clips, side release, center release. You can use garter, depending on how or what kind of movement you require, or depending on how you're gonna seal or keep that opening hidden from the view. Like most of the time, when I make armor, I would hide the opening on this side, which is a
Because
common
you
blind
always-
spot.
yeah,
Yeah,
you always
and it's
focus
easy
that.
access for me when I need to open it.
Click.
Yeah, click. And then for the abdominal part, usually I just put an opening on the middle back
Okay.
part with the zipper. You know those jacket zippers
Also
that
like
comes
corset.
apart. Yeah, it works like a corset.
But with a zipper behind.
Yeah, and then if I'm going to join a part, for example, a shoulder part with the body, with the chest part, I would use a side release clip on that's mounted on the shoulder part, and then the other end is on the jacket, so I can just attach it and just clip.
Alright.
Oh,
clip
so it
on.
just comes out here, then you just click.
Yes, click.
Click.
Yes.
But
That's
most people who started always have a problem with joints because it always comes out every time you move. right?
The thing about joints is, you have to make some excess part that goes inside on the next part.
Okay.
For example, this part here, from
Alright,
the
yeah.
bicep to the forearm.
Alright.
You have to make an excess part that goes all the way halfway to your
So
shoulder.
it actually connects.
yeah, and then it
sort of.
connects inside. It
Alright.
tucks in, but it's jointed.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
so you access
It's a
it.
common
Like, especially
mistake
when-
on Iron Man's
especially-
bicep to shoulder.
Yeah.
They always cut it on exactly on that part where the shoulder falls. But the thing is, you have to make it all the way up to the shoulder, so that even if when you move, the shoulder will just follow.
Oh, because it is already. Oh,
Yeah.
you round it to
He
your
doesn't
shoulder.
glue it. He doesn't
Unless
glue
if
it.
you-
It's
if
just inside, right?
Yeah,
you don't glue it.
you don't glue it. It just moves like.
Like naturally,
like
like your
a
shoulder,
movable
because it's
frame.
already curved.
Yes, but if it's cut and then you move and then it starts fighting
so
each
it's finding
other,
extra.
so
Yeah,
you have
go
to
left
make
and
it
right. Right?
make it something like it's rubbed.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
Just make it like tucking in.
Alright.
You get the idea.
So it's the same as for knee, I would say. I would presume, right?
Some
Yes.
For knee.
space
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, also on the what do you call this? On the thigh to the shin.
Yeah.
You have to make an excess on your knee and then make
And then
the
the bottom
shin.
is
Yeah.
here. Alright.
Oh,
Yes.
so we always go from here.
So when you bend it, if you build Gundams or model kits, it would help. It would give you a lot of ideas.
Okay, people, time to buy Gundam.
Gun plus.
Gun plus, go buy and go assemble. Okay.
Yeah, you can if you buy toys, then they can give you ideas how. they
Interesting,
do it.
because I never actually thought of that before.
Rishi,
Okay.
is that a challenge?
One
You gonna
like
Sailor
that
Moon.
way,
Is that a challenge?
You're gonna regret that.
Okay. Another question.
Oh, hi, sir guy.
Oh, hi, guys. Say hello, everybody. Hi. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys.
Yes, okay, so you were talking about armor and everything. So in some of your cosplay, like Genji, the thing is you have this buff padded look. You know, when you do your form and everything, how do you actually do that? Somebody actually asked, like, how do you make a padded buff male body?
It's not actually. It's actually the
Sculpted.
armor itself.
Yeah.
That's buff.
That's it.
I just take advantage of my figure because I'm really skinny.
People be really skinny.
So I'm like a walking skeleton, and that becomes my
Advantage.
and
Advantage,
skin. Yeah,
yeah.
it's on my advantage.
So it's turning his weakness into advantage, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he literally just formed the form into the sculpted shape of the
Yes, I
character.
can get that.
So that he gets that, that really nice Genji
Yes, that
body.
lean, slim, sexy figure, muscular.
Unfair. Not fair. Okay, God's gift. Okay.
No. I mean, when you look at yourself in the mirror, then you can see how much adjustments you can do in your costumes while
Sorry,
you're
that's
building
me.
it. Then yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So the thing is, you have to look at your own physique.
Yes, you have to understand how your body is built.
And you make it to your advantage. You
Yes.
analyze the character,
Yes.
and then see how it will fit into your body, and that is where you structure the costume based on your body to accuracy, kind of way, so to scale it,
Yes.
you know. So I get it. Okay, so my Gundam version of Ugana will be GB version, a small
You're
short
gonna
one.
make a Gundam of Ugana?
I think you can make a live for that.
Alright.
Ugana building Gunpla.
You're gonna be building
Gunpla,
Gunpla?
okay.
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 Got it.
Yes, it's a challenge.
Taken. Alright.
Alright, then on to the next question. Okay, I think there are so many ways to put on all the pieces of armor to your body. So, what are the ways that usually you use to attach all the armor pieces to your body?
Usual ways?
Yeah.
Yeah, your favorite.
Yeah,
your favorite.
like usually you
Like the
use.
order, how I
Yeah.
wear it?
Yes.
Okay, first I start with if I have a brief type armor, then yeah, I start with there, and then thigh, shin, lower, and then I wear upward.
Oh, so
The
it's
middle,
not
the
the
middle
middle.
section starts,
Oh, so you wear
Then
bottom first,
outside.
then only, so it
Yes.
doesn't restrict your
yes,
movement.
and then helmet, and then finally the hands, because you need it
The
the
hands
most.
to work, right?
Yeah, and for handphone,
Yeah.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Yeah, sometimes
you know?
I put a hole on the gloves, and then so I can.
Oh, that's
look at
smart.
that.
Small, or,
I should do
like
that.
or my pinky. If I can't use my index, I use my pinky. Like
Oh.
just a
Smart,
small
smart.
hole,
Okay,
just to
that's
expose my
Just
skin.
to type,
Yes.
okay, I'm on the way.
Ah, that is a much better idea because I literally slit halfway. Then after that it falls off like this, so I stopped doing it. So next time I just make a small hole. That's a smart idea.
In my
okay.
genus, I actually made the fingers with garter, so I can just pull it off the tip finger part. I just pull it off, and then my finger is exposed.
Oh, that's a
So I
genius
just I pull it
way.
back.
Oh.
So it's garter, so it
Smart,
just goes
smart.
back.
Smart. That is
Smart.
really really
Yeah,
Yeah,
smart.
so sometimes you have to play something on your.
Okay, so
Improvise.
do you have an opening in your Cyber Metafusion? I want to fly over to Philippines and work with Cyber Metafusion.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can ask Sir Benji.
Hi, Sir
Sir
Benji.
I'm out. I don't. I stay out there. I just
I make
focus on
good
crafting.
coffee.
Like,
I make good coffee.
The next question, I'm not sure if everyone knows, but Lyron is part of Cyber Metafusion.
Yes.
Yes.
So as your team, you guys have won a lot of awards and competitions for cosplay.
Not really. Just a few
But
ones.
pretty sure you do have. So what is your advice for people who are interested to join all these competitions? Like what should they be looking for, or what they should be preparing?
My first advice would be learn from history.
Which is to watch.
Watch
Previous-
the previous competitions. Watch the previous contestants. Know what have they done. What you shouldn't do again. What you shouldn't repeat. Think outside of the box. Because in this competition, the judges are always looking for something that would surprise them.
surprise element
Surprise
in
element.
all your skits.
Yes, the surprise element or something that is out of the ordinary on your cosplay. Because nowadays, armor cosplay is becoming a mainstream.
Yep.
But before it was like when you see an armor cosplay,
Yeah.
whoa. Now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, armor, it's cool.
Yeah.
Because
Now let me look at
normal.
that detail.
But something, but nowadays, people are becoming more aware of the technologies and
Yes.
techniques and
So there
stuff.
are more people actually doing it.
Yes. So you have to think of something that will make you excel from that.
Different from the
Yes,
ordinary.
yes. If you can use
Ah.
different kind of materials, fuse them together into one costume, do it. It's like what we did with Winston.
Oh, you should see their Winston. Their Winston is amazing.
Yeah,
It's
Winston
like
from
on
Overwatch.
point. It looks like a gorilla. Correct? No.
Winston is a gorilla.
Yeah, but the thing is, it looks exactly like it.
He's
you
a
know?
scientist.
Yeah, he's a scientist.
Yes,
You're
I
gonna
know.
regret that.
I'm gonna swallow all this in today, just for you. Okay. Okay. Now, as you have been in the cosplay scene for many, many, many years, what are the positive and negative setbacks that you have encountered, and how did you handle these situations?
Positive? Just a few. It's more on a negative.
Wait. Are we censored here?
Let us before you answer this question, let's refrain from using profanity or put Hank in the
No
mold.
And no names mentioned.
No names mentioned. Okay, so
Right.
we are trading into dangerous
Yeah.
grounds
Yes.
here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay,
continue.
so I'll just make this relatable to other guys. For sure, you're getting sometimes, especially in your family. Not all of us are supported by our families with these hobbies because it's strange, it's unorthodox,
Yes.
right? So some of them would tell you, or even discourage you to do it. They'll just tell you, you're just wasting your money, you're making crap, because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't have the full understanding of the hobby.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's right.
So we all had a struggle on that. I had a struggle on that.
Ah.
It's one of the negatives. Also, my physical features. I'm not. I have a snotty nose.
You're Asian. Me too.
Yes. No, you're no. You have a good nose bridge.
You're
Mine
good
is
with
like
it.
pouting. I always get noticed by, and I'm super skinny. So it's
But
hard for me to pick a character. Sometimes most of the characters are buff,
Oh.
right?
Bara,
it's,
right, Bara.
it's very rare to find a character that's skinny.
Let's swap. I want to swap body.
Unless you're a big fan of Clamp.
Yeah.
Clamp characters are mostly skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
true.
Like, Watanuki.
Yeah, and I don't have much on the
You,
on the makeup skills, so I prefer to cosplay it with my face covered with helmet. So I just hide myself.
But you're amazing performer as well,
Yeah,
and you're
it's-
amazing
it's-
in crafting
it's
and
what
everything.
It's what you lack that you make up with.
Yep.
And he's an amazing tracer. Okay.
We talk about that later.
okay.
Okay, so going back to the discouraging part of the family, you shouldn't be. It's either you give up on the hobby, or you push through and just show them that you're doing a better thing compared to other kids who are going to bars, drinking,
Doing
smoking,
drugs.
doing drugs, or doing delinquent stuff.
Yeah.
Your hobby is pretty much a healthy one, and in an artistic way, it's very creative,
Yes.
right? And you're also helping. You're also contributing to your community because you're promoting art.
Yes.
And then you also can get recognized,
Yeah, and it's
right?
going to be a
Yes.
struggle with your family. It may be a bit challenging, but if you just hold on.
You
Just
just
gonna
hold
hold
on a
on.
little
Yeah,
while,
hold
hold
on
a
a
little
little
while,
while.
and then show them.
Yes, eventually they will realize and they will
What you're doing is
come to
understand.
terms with it.
Yes, it
So
takes a while.
takes a while. So the thing is, people. So if you're having some challenges, doing cosplay and everything, as long as you are not doing anything bad, continue and do positive stuff.
There's only
Come
two
and
choices.
craft with us.
Only two choices. It's always two choices: yes or no.
Yeah, it's always yes or no. So it's either you go on or you just say that's it. But the thing is, once you get into cosplay, it's more or less a no return thing, right?
It was
Once you
get one costume, it'll be like
You'll be getting the
Indeed.
next one.
And the next thing you know, you
Yeah.
have
But I
100
like this
cosplays.
character.
Yeah.
I've been liking this
yeah,
character.
and then the
Yeah.
next thing you know, just like, oh, this one, oh, I'm gonna, oh.
I'm still gonna
like,
quit
yeah.
after 10 after 10 cosplay later.
Then 900 other
Yeah.
cosplayers.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're still
Exactly.
cosplaying. Yeah.
Midway through the crafting process, you're like
Yeah.
regretting it. Like, oh man, why am I
Yes.
doing this?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
It's always
know.
true when you're
Every day I
every
ask myself, why am I
single
doing
time.
this?
Halfway
You know,
through.
3 a.m. and
Yeah.
sewing and going like
Yeah.
I know I could have slept, you know, like
Yeah.
why am I doing
I
this
should be
again?
sleeping soundly by putting super glue on my phone.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? I don't know.
Yeah. No, just continue.
Yeah, continue, and then you
Health
complete
hazards.
it, and then you be like, I'm still not gonna do this anymore, and then you repeat it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle and it continues,
And
you
then you'll be
know.
like, why
And then after the event, yes, it's gone.
It's done.
It's done.
I'm
Thanks for
done.
the
Okay,
next
next
cosplay.
Next cosplay.
The
Yeah.
cycle goes on.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Alright, next question will be, would you like to tell us about the cosplay scene in your country itself? And then maybe you can introduce a few major events from your country?
That we can all attend
Yeah.
one day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
The cosplay community in the Philippines has grown drastically over the years. I mean, when we were starting, you can see regular faces.
Ah.
In the con. It started out small, and then it was around after 2010 when it really boomed, like
Ah.
suddenly, huge crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe probably because of exposure and people are getting more aware of it. It's a double-edged sword that people are getting aware of it.
Yeah.
So it's good that the community is growing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sad that some of the new ones
Mhm.
are misunderstanding the concept of the hobby. Some are looking at it from a like a stepping stone to stardom.
Yeah.
Some are looking at it for a shift in career because you would notice some of them are from different line of different field like modeling,
Yeah.
culture,
And they
Yeah.
try to do cosplay.
and then try to do cosplay probably to gather some
More attention, or more likes.
Yeah,
you know.
more recognition.
or
More
some of
exposure.
them are from the
Yeah.
gaming groups.
Yes.
So there are some small disputes with these individuals, but I guess the best way to deal with them is instead of lashing on them that they shouldn't do it, they should just stop. I think it's better if we just educate them that this is how it is. This is what cosplay really is, and this is how you do it.
Yes.
Educating them is better than just
Then lashing
shunting
so
them off.
instead of
like,
pushing
"You're not
everybody
really
away.
here, you don't belong here. You shouldn't be doing
Yeah.
this.
We should act like
'Cause-
educate them, bring them in, and say let's
Yes.
do it the proper way.
Yes.
You know.
Because you won't be any different from the people who discriminated you before,
Correct. Very true.
right?
Yeah. So the thing is, be encouraging
Yeah.
and
So as much as
Welcome.
possible in the Philippines, I'm just trying to be neutral. Although I had a kind of history of being the bad guy.
something.
But I'm just I would say
yourself.
I'm brutally honest
Yeah.
when I talk to people.
Yes.
Some people find it intimidating, but I'm
I know that.
or
brutally honest.
they get scared trying to talk to me, but you can talk to me.
He's
but
actually really
I'm just-
friendly.
I'm just
Yes.
brutally honest.
Yeah.
I'm shy.
That's how I would say
So
it.
am I.
So it-
恥ずかしいです。先輩 in front of me.
Don't do that. Don't that.
So, like
For
running
big
out of
event,
time.
yeah,
Running out of
for
time.
big
So,
events, look forward for Asia Pop Comic Con.
Asia Pop Comic Con,
Yes.
Comic-Con.
That's a big con.
A second
Cosplay
one.
Mania,
Cosplay Mania,
and Toy Con.
and
Oh,
Toy
wow.
We have
Cons.
2 Toy Cons actually.
That's a big
Summer and Christmas Toy Con.
Okay, give
Every
us
year.
one that has the most toys.
It's actually the summer.
summer
So
weather.
come for the Summer Toy Con. Asia Pop Comic Con is one. Then after that, Cosmania. Then after that, ToyCon, the summer edition. So head on to Philippines and meet Lychee Cosplay. And
You just see me roaming around there with the crowd. That is if you can recognize.
if you can find him in his cosplay. But actually you can just stalk his page. You know, his Facebook page. He will update what it's gonna be. So tell them your page. Yeah.
My Facebook page is Lychee Cosplay. And follow it, please. Follow it.
Yeah.
My Instagram.
Like if you really like his work, just follow it.
And if you need any advice, you can also go to him and ask him and PM him. Like what I do, I harass and PM him until he replies me.
He doesn't bite.
He doesn't bite.
Or you
Trust
can
me.
join our group, Cosplay Circle.
Yes, join the Philippine group. Is it?
No, it's actually international.
So it's an international group called Cosplay Circle to share your cosplay or to ask questions as well. Okay, it's a big community there. So I think that's all the time we have now. Is it? Or do we have some other time? How about that? One last one. Is there any advice or suggestion you would like to share with other cosplayers? The last one to give it to them.
That's all. That's
Yeah, for newbies. You know,
for newbies. We all say that, or we all tell people that cosplay is for everyone. Cosplay, you can do cosplay anyone you want, but you have to think for yourself. Take a pause for a break, or take a break, and think for yourself. Am I going to, or can I really present this character? Is this character really suited for me? It's not really just what you want, but you're presenting yourself. You're presenting this character to the audience. So you have to consider this for your cosplay, for your next cosplays, and so on. So every time I pick a character, I do as much research and I try to compare myself to that character. How am I going to pull him or pull her off? So the struggle there is real. So I'm limited with these skinny characters. Because I can't do buff characters or lean characters. I'm limited to that, and also if there comes the facial features, can I do this and that? You know, it depends on your skill also. So you also have to practice a lot. So you have to consider a lot of things before jumping into cosplaying that character if you really want to present yourself well in the crowd.
Yep.
Okay. So that's my tip.
All right.
Because you don't. At the end of the day, the last thing you would want to hear is to be disappointed.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Then one last one. Do you do commission? Do you still take commissions?
I'm planning to go on hiatus.
Okay.
No.
Okay, we give him a short break. Then hopefully he'll come back and take
Your
commissions.
hiatus is 1 month, right? Give you 1 month.
Maybe your first customer after your
Yeah. I actually have. Hey, can you help me today?
So keep us updated when you are back in taking commissions.
Yeah.
All
You'll
right.
see it on my page.
Okay, so check out his page,
Yes.
Lychee Cosplay. And I think that's all the time we have for today. So signing off, I am Yugana.
And I'm Hash.
Yeah, sensei.
And this is...
Lychee Cosplay.
Okay. Bye everyone!
Bye.